Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream with Mr. M. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Oh,
The
man.
workout is killing me, but
Yeah, I know. Jesus, you were like crippled man with a wheelchair coming in here, man.
I was like, can we please sit down?
Oh, we're expecting FA, so, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll show up. Who
I don't
knows?
know. I don't think so. If you want, we could sit down. We could just grab the chair.
Nah, that's okay.
You sure? You'll
I'll
be able to manage?
I'll faint
Old
in
man?
the end. I'll faint after.
Aye.
Like, we can finally play this.
It's Friday then.
Saturday, Sunday, what?
It's Friday then.
Saturday, Sunday, what?
Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. It's been a crazy week,
man,
right?
yeah.
Token finally over. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of side events.
Yeah, exactly. Still lots of side events to go to and stuff like that. I'm going to go to the Bitcoin BTC Summit because I've been trying to get a hold of the threshold,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're going to be there?
Yeah, the co-founder is going to be there.
Perfect.
And just so you know, the reason why I'm so excited about this product and why I'm so desperate to meet with these people and talk to them is because this allows you to like make money in any kind of like particular chain, and then once you've made enough money, take some profits, unlike you, and move it.
I've done it, guys. I've done it officially. I mean, I re-gambled it, so
Yeah, exactly. And then you can move it to the Bitcoin chain, right, without going to an exchange.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. It's totally decentralized, and it works without KYC. So, isn't that perfect?
That's amazing. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Exactly. All right, so that's why I need to talk to these guys because this is the game changer, man.
It's good you're gonna meet them there, though. That's pretty cool.
Well, I don't know if I will, but that's my intention. That's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to work that. Don't know if it's going to work out, but that's what I'm focused on. I know a lot of people are going to stop me along the way trying to get to my goal, but I'll do my best. Anyways, with that said, right, make sure you hit the like, right? Hit the subscribe because we're going to have some fun,
Yeah, as always.
right?
As
We're
always.
going to get really dirty, really nasty. And
Towel and soap is ready.
exactly. You're going to be saying, oh my God, for the love of God, don't buy that.
Buy this. Exactly. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Like this, we will discuss it later. Bro, where have you been, man? Bitcoin is pumping. But stay there because we're going to answer in the Q&A section. So make sure to smash the like button. We need, 120 likes to answer? So
Exactly.
stay tuned. I'm going to say
so
this question.
100 more likes. So just hit the like right now, right? And then head over to Mr. M's channel and subscribe because he's almost at
18.
18. Yeah,
18K.
just 40,
Almost.
40 more subscribers, right? And then boom, he's there.
40 away.
So yeah, if you guys are watching this right now, you can do him a favor and get him up to that big number 18.
That would be sweet.
That would be nice.
I am uploading a podcast on Sunday with Bob, and tonight I'm recording with Isabella Santos. She's orange peeling an entire island, so it's going to be a good chat.
I like orange pills.
So do I. So stay tuned for that one.
Yes.
It's going to be a
All
good
right.
chat.
Let's move on. Make sure you hit the like, just in case you missed that, because we're gonna get to 120 or no questions. All right.
All right, please, sir, leave some Bitcoin for the rest of us. Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Guys, Sailor,
Not gonna
84 billion wants to raise.
Exactly, because here's why, right? People say gold's gonna be the standard of money, not Bitcoin. Look, even President Trump is talking about going back to the gold standard, which is the first time since Reagan got shot that a president actually spoke about the gold standard. So yes, we're probably going to go back to a gold standard, right? The problem with gold standards, right, which I talked about it before Bitcoin existed, is that you have to trust somebody.
Yeah.
You have to trust government, which how many people here put a 1 if you trust the government and press a 0 if you don't trust the government?
Just going to do it right away. Show how it's done.
Right? So if that's a 0, why are we going to trust them to hold the gold for us and match it with the paper money that they
Trust
give
me,
us?
bro. The gold is there.
Trust me, bro. Trust me. You know, the Fort Knox. Remember, they were supposed to like audit Fort Knox. They go, trust me, bro. When was the last time you audited Fort Knox? Oh no, like 50, 60 years ago, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was counting. We don't need to know. It's details, right?
Details. Trust me, bro.
It's there. It's there. Trust me, bro.
So with Bitcoin, you could do your own audit.
How about that?
Look at that.
Yeah, see a lot of people in the chat, they don't trust government either.
So it makes sense to say, yeah, we trusted you with the gold last time. You took it away from us. So why should I trust you now?
Exactly.
Please explain.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right?
And
That's
fool
it.
me twice. I'm just an idiot.
Fool me twice, didn't need a wheelchair for the tries, right? Yeah.
So-
I don't know. So, have you seen that someone was, I don't know how legit is this one, so take this with a pinch of salt, like a lot of salt. But I've seen some people last night on X saying that they want to sell gold to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, here's the thing. Long term, right? It doesn't matter what happens in the short term. I think gold might outperform Bitcoin in a shorter term, maybe because there's something you could tell there's something going on, right? In December, like 200 tons went to the United States. January, the same thing. February, the same thing. March, the same thing, right? And they're expecting, right, April to do the same amount, right? So this is unprecedented because the United States was always like minus. So,
Why is going back? Where is it coming from? Where is going there?
I know. Basically, they're preventing the rest of the world from getting any gold, right? And they're the only ones that's importing gold. So it's like
What's going on there?
exactly. And then how are they getting away with that? With all other countries going, yeah, it's okay.
If you think about the whole thing, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know how it's standing, but
I'm like scratching my head, like nobody else gets anything.
what's happening? Yeah, it's
I think they looked in the vaults in the Fort Knox and go, oh shoot.
they peeked in.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Remember that gold we lent you? They're back, man.
Yeah, we're back before we open the door, you know, so that we can send it back.
Exactly.
Open the door, do the audit, and then give it to you back.
Yeah. Then we'll hook you up, right?
Oh boy,
So you know that's going down, right? You know.
it's gonna fall badly indeed. I like this. The bull market of the century is coming. You can see, guys, in all different colors of previous bull run. You can see in orange the 2025, and we are indeed ready to move.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already started to move, right?
We have done a major move, yes, but I think the best part is yet to come.
Exactly. I mean, looking for pullbacks. Yes, pullbacks are coming, but
Yeah.
don't expect them to be deep. Now that we've clearly moved to we're clearly moving to the 999K, almost 100K level, which was a target for this move. There is a gap, right? So we could fall back to that gap, but the higher we go, like let's just say it goes 105, 100, something like that, it might fall back to that gap, but that's as low as it is, right?
Is it what, 91?
92.
92, okay.
Right? That's as low as you can go, right? Depends on how high we go, of course, right? So if we only just touch the target and come back, then we could go all the way back to 88K. But, right, that would be the last. That would be the last call for alcohol, man.
Yeah, the bell in the bar.
That's it. Hey, you ain't buying then, you ain't buying at 88K, under 100K, period. Because it's going to move rapidly.
Yeah, there are a bunch of indicators there. You showed me the dominance earlier. Oh boy, maybe we can talk about it. Boy, that chart looks...
Yeah, epically dangerous for anybody who's buying alts.
Yeah, and the Altcoin season chart is going backwards. I can have a look later as well. Again, another one, the Ichimoku, looks like he broke. So I don't know. Maybe we again retest 99 or 100, like you said, and maybe
so there
we
you
go
go.
back.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah, you can see that even this guy's saying we're testing 99. He'll knock on that door, and then
See what happens.
It could be a rollback a little bit just to come back and consolidate, scare out the weak hands. You know, there's a lot of paper hands coming in that's like, oh my God, I missed it. I sold at 80K. I got to get back in. And yeah, well, there you go.
I got a bunch of comments on my channel on the last video. I've done 2 or 3 videos, and there is some people saying it's going to 30K. So they're going to get hurt.
They're
Just
waiting.
saying.
They're waiting for their 30K Bitcoin.
Like skeleton meme next to the computer. You know, hey, nobody knows, but guys, no financial advice, but DCA is your best friend.
Exactly. Speaking about the DCA that knows it's his best friend, he decided, to buy a few, 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. A couple of trillions between friends. 84 billion. How crazy is this?
It's just 1 or 2 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin. Dude.
I mean, he now has. I don't think he has this amount now, right? He said what? Half of it? How much? I don't even know how much he has, but I think he has a little bit over 500,000.
Remember when I said when he was going to put in $1 billion, that was not going to do anything?
This might do something. This might move a little bit. Jesus. I mean, not mentioning that there is Jack Muller starting 21, and then you have MetaPlanet. So you have many other companies. So this is just one man with a strategy.
And $84 billion of other people's money, well, printed money, really.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, because obviously the people they're getting it, they didn't go to the bank and say, hey, can I borrow money to give to MicroStrategies? Because the bank will say no.
Of course.
But instead, what happens is what they're doing is they're borrowing against their own stock to give to MicroStrategy, or borrowing against the MicroStrategy stock to give to MicroStrategy. And so when they do that, that's the money printing going off, and then they give it to MicroStrategy. He says, okay, fine. When my stock goes up 30%, I'll roll that over to my stock. Here you go. And you can borrow against that. You don't have to sell your stock, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, you borrow against it.
You borrow against it to cover the previous debt, and there you go. And it rolls over and over again. And you might say, well, wait a second. Aren't the banks going to say no to this at some point? Well, there's something called, if you borrow $10 million and can't pay it back, you've got a problem. If you borrow $1 billion and you can't pay it back, the bank's got a problem.
Yeah. You pass the potato to them, right?
Right? So once you get to a certain threshold, they're lending you money no
It's
matter
on
what.
them. Yeah. And I think Michael Saylor is flirting with that threshold, right? Do you know how much in billion do they have actually? Because I've never done the math, but they have over 500,000 Bitcoin, no?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not him against the bank. It's his creditors. The creditors are different than the bank itself, because the creditors are basically anyone who wants to lend him the money, right? It may not be a bank, and most likely isn't a bank that's lending him the money. Okay. It is most likely individuals, wealthy individuals that are doing it, and institutions, right? So it's on them, right? If they happen to be the last one to lend him as Bitcoin rises and the stock doesn't go up 30%, right? So it is what it is, right?
Look at this beautiful Davitar, by the way. Amazing.
I like that Davitar.
Yeah, that was my favorite. GM Run, good profile pic there. It's a flex. It's one of the rare ones.
Exactly. Still a lot of Davitars out there. If you're interested in using one, yeah, you can. We're gonna expand on those things later on. But anyways, moving on. Let's go on to the next. Bitcoin price about to blast higher.
You are gay. Yes. There was, remember our choice of a title that we...
Exactly, I know, we chose this. We were thinking about saying that, right?
Yeah, we were same thought, right?
Exactly.
Bitcoin price about to blast higher as the Fed might cut rates. I mean, it's going to happen. They can just push in the can. But Trump is not happy, so they will have to cut at some point, right? And when they do, oh boy.
Yeah.
I think Bitcoin is going to pop. Not mentioning they'll print. The printer is warming.
Yeah, well, global liquidity is already rising, so it's already happening even with high interest rates. So I mean, they could print with high interest rates, right? It's just up to the people borrowing, right? So that's all it is, right? Borrowers coming in, they're borrowing the money and then they're printing it, right? So, and then of course, right, they could always like make backroom deals, right, and say, hey, we're gonna give it to you 0 interest rates for 30 days or 90 days or whatever it is, right? And so, yeah, that's going on in the background, right? There's going to be a future where people go, oh my God, we did an audit of the Fed, which there's never been audited before.
And we found some
And we found some kind of like shenanigans going on there.
couple of worrying things, but
Really?
but trust me,
I
bro.
never would have thought that.
Yeah,
Who would have decided? Who would have thunk it?
nobody would have thought the Fed is doing shady stuff. They would be like, what?
What? You mean they have the ability to print money and they actually abused it?
No.
No. No.
Oh man, what are we gonna do now?
I'm shocked. I can't believe that's even possible. That
Yeah.
somebody could have the ability to print money and use it illegally in a very corrupt manner.
Yeah.
Never would have saw that coming.
There was no signs.
No signs whatsoever.
Dang. Do you think there's going to be a time where Jerome Powell and all the goonies are going to go back under control because Trump has some power over them, but they don't actually. The Feds are separate, no? So there's no.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a point where they'll bring them back into, or
They can vote for that. Yeah. Congress can vote for that. So it is all. It's like they give them power, they can take it back. It's as simple as that, right?
because I mean, judging by what Trump was saying, he wasn't happy that
Yeah, but
Jerome didn't follow his command, right?
let me give you something here, right? If they voted for it, they could take it back, right? But if you've got printing press, right, and somebody's going to vote to take your printing press away, and you can print as much money as you want, what might you do? just
Yeah.
think about that for a second.
Yeah, that might backfire a smidge.
Yeah, it's a tiny smidge that if you try to vote against them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it would be great for Bitcoin, but burger is going to cost you $1,000.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, you might want to consider the consequences of that. And that's that's being said, right?
Yeah. So maybe they'll I don't know, maybe they'll find the middle ground and print a little bit, as always, just to keep the boat floating. And then,
So they can't do anything to the Fed, so it's done.
yeah,
It's only an aftermath collapse of the Fed that they can actually
take over.
Oh, look what they did there.
They left the printers. They left the printers. We can use them.
Shocking.
But it's coming, guys. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. In 2025, we will see definitely something happening. So again, that helps. Not just Bitcoin, all the assets, right? All the hard assets.
Exactly.
Will benefit from it.
So yeah, I mean, this is if you need another reason for buying Bitcoin and holding it and not letting go, other than the fact that all of them criminals are buying it, right?
Yeah, of course.
There you go. I mean, I would think it makes the most sense to go through the most amount of pain holding Bitcoin as hard as you possibly can, right? I mean, there are some limits to whatever your limit of pain and your threshold it is whatever it is. But I can't tell you what to do, where you're going to cross the line, right? So it is what it is, right? Because you know what, people, you have an emergency, family emergency. Your mom's dying of cancer, right?
You need to do whatever you can.
You got to do what you can, right? But yeah, you do understand you are sacrificing that a level of security that will be guaranteed with Bitcoin because it's clear, right? And that's what it is, right? And it's that level of sacrifice can only be decided by you I can't say,
I agree.
right, what it is, right? And that's it. So buy Bitcoin, hold it to as much as you possibly can, up to the biggest possible sacrifice you could possibly make. I think I think some of us can make a little bit of sacrifices if you're saying, well, I need to go to a vacation because I'm getting stressed out. I think that's a sacrifice you could probably
Yeah.
do
Yeah, or
without.
keep the same car, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
avoid buying new clothes or whatever it is. And you said it so well also. I mean, sometimes when people say to me, oh, but now Bitcoin is almost under 1,000, it's going to go back to the bear market. Yes, but in 10 years, if you bought at 90 or at 80 or at 70,000, it's not going to make any difference because it's going to be way higher than 90,000, I think. So who
exactly.
cares if you buy at 70 or 80
Yeah,
or 90?
exactly.
It's going to go to $1 million.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, there's going to be a time when, why couldn't you just put $1,000? You didn't have $1,000 to put in, and if you said yes, didn't have 1,000. Okay, then why didn't you put in like $10 at a time, right? And forget about it, right? Just put in $10. Did you buy Netflix? Yeah. Okay.
Cancel it.
Yeah. There you go. There's your $10.
Exactly. You can cook your own food. You can make your own coffee. I mean, $100 a month for 10 years. If you do the math, it's going to give you so much.
And we're not saying this about BNB, Sol, any of these things, Doge. These are all gambles, right? ADA, right? All of these are gambles here, right? All of these ticker symbols are gambles. If you want to buy them, that's fine, right? Just make sure you take profits into Bitcoin.
Exactly when they double.
Exactly. And that's the smart thing to do.
Indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not going to double in Bitcoin.
Not anytime soon, at least.
No.
Yeah.
No. That train has passed.
It's gone. Look at this. Total market cap, almost. I actually said reclaimed. I don't know if it's still there, but it might be hovering around it. 3 trillion. And by the way, Bitcoin dominance is now 66% of that.
It's 65, actually.
65. Isn't that crazy? It looks like it
Well,
wants to
the
go higher.
Yeah.
It could go higher. Exactly.
Go higher.
Alex, you know it. Again, look at this. This is an interesting chart because we talk a lot about this stuff. This is the amount of cryptocurrencies since 2021. So it doesn't go back, because if we would go longer, I think the number would be much higher.
I wonder if Peppa Pig counts into that.
It's going to the moon, man.
It's only a 10K market cap. Peppa Pig. I went in deep on Peppa Pig. And it's standard.
It's not
the
over
standard,
yet.
the standard rug occurred, of course. Standardized rug.
Exactly. I mean, it did what it says on the can. So, but to be honest, if I would have asked you how many would have died, would you said what was your? I would have probably said higher, maybe like 70%.
Yeah,
With all
that's
the
what I
meme-
would have thought too. For the meme coins,
Exactly.
if you count all the meme
Oh
coins,
no,
there's no way that's 50%. No way.
yeah, no, exactly. I don't.
And
think,
then what constitutes dead? I would say anything that hasn't traded over 30 days should be counted as dead.
We should probably do. I'll do that research because I think this is referring to legit projects, right?
Legit.
Legit.
But legit projects were actually like just, meme coins in disguise.
The making, yeah. They just didn't know that was.
Yeah, it's just like they took off the mask. Surprise, I'm a meme coin.
Oh shoot, we are a meme coin. We didn't know. Yeah, that's a good point. But I would have said much more than 52. But yeah, if you throw in meme coins, that has to be 99.
Yeah, exactly. It's just no way because it's just this is not including.
You had the number. Remember the statistic? Only
know.
0.01.
I know exactly. Come on. 0.001. We're over 1 million.
Market cap, right?
Whatever. You have a better chance of winning on a lottery ticket.
Yeah, go to Vegas. 7 red, all in. That's a better chance.
Damn.
Look at this, bro. This is, guys, this is supposed to be.
That might be true, but we're gonna still do it anyways, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're buying, bruh. Obviously,
We're
right?
tired of the bloodline.
I know. People are listening and saying,
Stupid.
You will be correct.
"Yeah, exactly."
We're gonna do it. Is it because
It could go higher.
it could go high?
Yeah. You know what? Somebody needs to do this. Oh my God.
So this is what happened this morning when we were preparing the show. I opened
You
this.
started blowing on
I started
this.
blowing
You're trying to make it go higher.
because it's really it's really going to not. I mean, if you go back in time, you can see there. Yeah, look at that. There's a humongous accumulation, and it's gone down and lower on the second dump, right?
Yeah, you need to blow harder for this thing to go up, man.
Yeah, look at the indication. I think it says 16 out of. There is a number on top. I think it's 16 or 15 out of 100.
And 16 out of, okay, let's see.
16. Look at that.
Well, you can see it down here too, right?
Yeah,
It's just 16
yeah,
there.
16 there. Yeah, sorry. That's just
But-
pretty depressing, man.
Yeah, let me just show you some more depressingness right here.
Oh, there you go. That's
Look
the
at
dominance.
this. See this? We just captured this wick here. Now, what does that mean? It means that we blow you over the next 2 weeks. We're gonna blow up here to 66%, and then another 2 weeks we're gonna blow up to 70%, and another 2 weeks probably as well, all the way up to the 74. So within 2 months, we're at 74%.
Damn.
That's what this chart is telling you, right? Failing to observe that and accept that,
It will hurt you.
yes.
Bad. Well, can we just can we do something quickly? Can we chart Ethereum versus Bitcoin and see how bad it is? Did we broke that line of support, or because if we do break that line, man, Ethereum is going to zero. It's
Bitcoin is going to zero.
There is. I've been chatting with my brother, and he said, "Dude, man, it's going lower," and I'm like,
It's already broken.
Jesus,
Did it break it?
I think so.
Let's see here. Let me just zoom in.
I thought this was the bottom.
No, it hasn't broken it. The blue line is the bottom blue line is breaking it.
Oh, we are like hanging
So
by a
this
thread.
is the line we decided to put it in to save the day. Let's just say if we reversed here, that's where you started to buy,
Yeah.
and that's not a good idea because
Man, look how depressing this is.
this doesn't seem there's no end in sight. This is like everybody leaving from here.
Damn.
Everybody's just running for the exits. So, yeah. I mean, even the indicators are like, what are we doing here? We're flatlining here. The indicators are flatlining.
Indicators are giving up. They're like, I'm out, bro.
The indicators are like,
I'm not
we're not-
indicate.
Stop even looking at us, man. We're not even an indicator anymore.
I'm out. I mean, honestly, I am still convinced that it can't go lower than this, man. This will be, ETH is gonna die. Because look what, if you go on the left,
Okay,
there's nothing.
Ethereum could stay at the same price and not die.
Yeah, but then,
And then Bitcoin could continue to 200,000.
true, but people are gonna
And
look
then
at
this is dumped by 50%, right? So it
People
goes
are gonna
all
look at this
the way to
chart and-
8,000.
Yes, that's
And
correct.
there it is.
But people are gonna look at this chart and say, why would I want to buy it? No,
But
buy-
no one looks, no one's
Yeah,
looking
not many
there.
people are looking at this. Yeah, that's correct.
They're looking at the dollar value. And they're like, okay, well, at least my dollar value didn't go to zero.
Yeah, no, I mean it's very unlikely. But versus Bitcoin I think is one of the most depressing. But it's gone back to levels in 2017, man.
I know, exactly.
2018.
Exactly.
And I think until ETH is gonna bounce back, we have no altcoin season, right? So gravity is yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Skyrocketing straight in the ocean. Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
guys. I mean, hey, I still have Ethereum, so
It's hard to move.
Okay, so what's this one?
this one is Eric Trump, which was at the token 2049, and he's talking about Swift and how banks are horrible and broken. Remember the clip you sent me? It's similar to that one.
It's hard to move. It's really only accessible, at least on a large scale to kind of very few. It's very static in terms of location. Then all of a sudden you go to, cryptocurrencies, which is immediately liquid, easy to move, accessible to anyone. And you actually realize that cryptocurrencies become the greatest hedge in the world to kind of hard assets. But what it made me also realize is how absolutely antiquated and broken the modern financial system is.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, I tried to send money to my my wife, Alex. She's German. And I try to send it to her bank account, and it keeps bouncing back. I lose $50 each time through Swift. The last time it worked, we have it set, and we send it again, and then this time it doesn't.
Yeah. And Claudia can't send money from banks because I think in some European countries there are bans to Dubai.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's like, what? Mm-hmm. That's just, the whole thing is complete nonsense.
Bananas, yes, I know.
Whether if you hold any, I mean, I can send FAR coins,
Yeah.
but I can't send dollars. Like, let that sink in. A second, right?
Oh, damn.
And all of a sudden, FAR coins become attractive.
Yes. All of a sudden, fart comes.
Saving the day.
Let that sink in for a second.
All of a sudden, FAR coins.
Your fart coin is more liquid than your bank money. That's like, bruh.
Well, honestly, when you think about this, it doesn't make any sense, but it does. Right? Yeah.
No sense at all.
You can say, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you were asking me, would you rather have FAR coins on dollar? I'd like to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on the circumstances, right? What are we going to do with this?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Europe is. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Europe is not in a good moment, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that was a good clip. Mm-hmm. And by the way, this is son of the president, just saying. Yeah. So, dude, the treasury thing, 15%.
Dude, like, see, they're taking. Wait, this is going to move as we're gonna keep this up. It's only gonna go higher. There will be some pullbacks, of course. Right?
It could go higher. It could go higher.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be at 30%. We're going to be talking about this when it's 30%. Okay?
I agree.
Mark my words, right? We'll be talking about this when it's 30%, and Bitcoin at that point will be higher than $200,000. Period. Right?
There's only 131 entities now, and they have 15%. Mm-hmm. And Sailor wants to do stuff, and Jet Mulder wants to do other stuff. We haven't even talked about many other companies. They're not even that crazy. They just want to go, hey, maybe I'm putting 1%, you know?
Yeah, and so that's 200,000 would be the low end, right? And if it is lower than 200,000, you're getting it a bargain because that means at this point, if that happens, something's up. That means they're like, what's it called? They're giving away Bitcoin, like fake Bitcoin to people.
Yeah,
paper Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Because that's always a possibility. They're good at that. They've done that to gold.
Yeah, fair
right.
enough.
So, and that's an advantage to you, right? So, right. They can't, and that won't hold, right, for very long, of course, because people will be taking Bitcoin off and losing it and so forth. So it will be a clear indication, right, as they try to give away more and more paper Bitcoin. And there will be people who point out, wait a second here, you add up all the Bitcoins and these paper given this book, it doesn't add up. And, you guys will just ignore it as usual. Right?
Exactly.
And then the people who do see that and then start buying, right, they'll be loading the truck, right? And, they'll have generational wealth, right? Just because, people are not willing to see that, wait a second here, right? There's only 21 million and most of it's lost. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a couple of chats with Matt Hogan, the CIO for Bitwise, and by the way, they have a Bitcoin address, right? Which is something, it doesn't mean much, but at least it means that they actually bought the Bitcoin with that, right? You can verify it, but it's not an in-kind, which means when people sell the Bitcoin or they sell the ETF, they don't have to sell the Bitcoin, they can just get the money. Mm-hmm. And I did ask him, I said, hey, are you expecting an in-kind? And he said, well, that would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, right? So, yeah, guys, self-custody is the way, of course. It's all...
Yeah, we're talking about our risks, right? Because we're buying MSTY, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we met up with Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate yesterday. Was it yesterday or was it the day before?
The day before.
Yeah, exactly. And they told us a story about how, they had some Bitcoin in Coinbase and so forth and other places. And all of a sudden, once they got arrested, those Bitcoins went to the Romanian government. And then, of course, they were never charged with anything.
Yeah, no, of course.
There was no trial because they didn't have enough evidence, right? And did they get the money back? Did they get any of those assets back? Answer is no.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. So understand this is the real risk. At any point in time, your government can trump up any kind of BS charge against you
And just confiscate everything.
and take
you got.
everything you got.
100%. Yeah, correct. The one in Hong Kong is an in-kind, but it's a super small volume, right, compared to the one in the US. But that's correct, yes. That's an in-kind.
And so, you don't want to be the person who's
Getting caught.
Exactly. I mean,
Your
you
pants
could be,
down.
you could do nothing. Just the fact that maybe you bought a house, right? And it's on a land that they want to appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The house is never yours anyway. Right?
Exactly. And so they just throw some charges at you and that's that. Right? This is the reality of the world. Try to understand that this is what it is. And if you don't believe it, ask yourself the question this. They have enough evidence to arrest a lot of people behind the Epstein case, and they have 0 people arrested. Yet they had no evidence for Andrew Tate, and he was arrested and held in jail for 6 months. Put that two together, please. And if you don't want to accept those truths about the reality that we're living in, right? Fine. It's not, you could say it's a bad thing, it can't be. You go, no. You know what? Life has been way worse than this. You've been humans have had to suffer through way worse.
Yeah. And isn't it in the end all about ownership? Like, regardless of the fact that, you could be in trouble, it's something like you want to own.
Exactly.
And what can you own besides
Exactly.
Bitcoin in cold storage?
And now you have the advantage against all this nonsense with Bitcoin. Boom.
Yeah.
Right?
There's someone, do you know what's the name of the guy who's in jail? I don't remember the backstory, but there's someone actually he's in jail because he doesn't want to give away his keys. And he said, I don't remember. And he said, well, unless you tell us the seed phrase, you're going to stay in jail. So, well, I'm going to stay in jail. Like when people say, oh, I have no other choice, there is always a choice.
Exactly.
And Bitcoin gives you that FU money saying, I am not telling you, no matter what, anything. You can do whatever you want. You can torture me, put me in jail. I'm not breaking.
Now I have a choice. Yeah.
That's the most powerful thing ever, because otherwise, like you said, cars, assets, houses,
Bitcoin.
watches,
Yeah.
they will be taken, right?
Bitcoin gives you a choice. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. Not
Right.
your cheese, not your keys, not your cheese.
Right. So you could choose to just die, and those Bitcoins, increase the value of everybody else's Bitcoins. But that's your choice, right? You got a choice, right? And you know what? That's the beauty of it, right?
Exactly. Empowers you.
Exactly, because with the current system, they could take your stuff, and you have no choice.
Yeah, you don't even have a say. By the way, speaking about Coinbase, those guys, when I was in London, I moved from Coinbase to another exchange. It was a bunch of Bitcoin. They made me wait 3 weeks. It's like, guys, it's 7 minutes on average. Like, why do I have to wait 3 weeks? Oh, because, and this was, I don't know, back in 2018 or something, so Bitcoin wasn't even this big. So imagine now saying, I don't know, you want to move 10 Bitcoin or 5 Bitcoin. You have to go through a security check, like a passport thing, and multiple password, multiple things, and they won't let you move it easily.
No.
Because they don't want you to take it in your own hands.
Nope.
They want to keep it for you.
Exactly.
Trust me, bro. We
Trust
have
me, bro. We got it.
it. We got it for you.
That's everything in the banking system, right?
Yeah.
They don't want you to sell. They don't want you to take anything out.
Yeah, and guess where the majority of the ETFs are? Well, in Coinbase hands. So, yeah, you can also do trust. That's correct. Yeah, you can do private trusts. You can do several different things.
But you have to build that thing up like a rock, right? So that it's like there's no connection back to you, right?
Exactly.
Right. This is why wealthy people have yachts, is so that they don't. So when they have a discussion, they have it in international waters with no cell phones, no devices anywhere, listening devices.
Yeah, and by the way, I would argue that, like you said, Bitcoin is much easier, right? You buy a Trezor for $100. I mean, easy. You remember 18 to 21 words, done. One password to protect it further, and you toss the thing with a hammer, done. So, yeah,
There it is.
it is what it is. We're getting into the greed area. I mean, I'm not surprised here, but if you look at those numbers, man, it's nuts. We've gone fear last month, now greed. He's gonna swing like this for a bit, right?
Yeah, of course, but we're still going in the positive section, right? We've been in the fear mode for like 2 months, right? More than that.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
Right,
If
3 months.
If you scroll down, there is a chart, like a visual chart of the thing in the last month or 3 months.
So there you go. There you have it, right? It's only the ending of the April that just like I said, right? We would.
Yeah, you said almost 13. Look, boom,
13%. Yeah, there we go. Boom.
Perfect. By the way, the down at the bottom, the average is basically the same where we are now, 13. Right? Look at that. Boom.
Yeah. So next month, 52.
That would be sweet.
Boom.
That would be sweet.
Boom. Yeah, it's just moving fast.
Okay, question for you. How do you feel about this? So, going back and here and there in the Token 2049 side events, and I bumped into a lot of cool people, and it was really good to see everyone. And some people said, and I didn't heard it once, more than once, and they said, well, technically this cycle started earlier. So for the first time ever, we broke the all-time high prior to the halving, and they're saying maybe the cycle is going to finish earlier. Do you think it could happen? It could be possible?
Yeah, it's all possible. It's all possible. But you know what? I'm not worried. Either way, Bitcoin, it gives me more options to work and get more Bitcoin. Because this thing is going, you know what's going to go higher? This thing.
Oh, yeah. That 15% is going to like point something a day.
You know.
That's why we show it to you guys to see how crazy in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago it was 13.
Exactly.
13.8 or something.
And so, yeah, the buyers are buying. A little bit of outflow, but who cares? May, look at that. They're buying in May because they don't want to be gay.
Exactly. Buy May, don't be gay. That's it.
Damn.
Why are you gay?
Oh, damn. That's
Legend.
hilarious.
Legend.
All right, guys. You know what? Wow. The time is
I know. It's flying past.
flying. Yeah, so we're going to have to get to the degen section and to secure our bloodline fast.
By the way, I've taken profit. So it happened.
Oh, yes.
I sold 50%.
He finally did it. He stopped taking screenshots.
I started sleeping on a couch.
He's no longer a crypto bro.
Yeah, I didn't take any screenshot. But you know what I've done, which is completely degenerated. The profit, I bought another meme coin with it, which is not smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's dog with hat.
Exactly, it's with. So
with.
solid choice.
Solid choice.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Play.
And so, should you buy his solid choice and it goes to zero? Whose fault is that?
Yeah, it's your fault, man. Your
Don't
fault
buy
for sure.
this.
Don't do this.
This one is not. This is garbage. This was a scam.
Boy,
Damn, they were doing well with this scam. But anyways,
damn.
let's take a look at WIF.
Thank you, Laura. I'll let you know how bad it's gonna hurt me because I should have taken profit. And by the way, when we say profit, we mean profit, meaning like USDT or Bitcoin, even whatever.
Should we take a whiff of WIF? Yeah.
I degen into this because it looks like we're doing. Move the camera. It looks like we're doing a rounded bottom thing, no?
Yeah. There's a double bottom.
That's why I was like, man, okay, maybe. People are like, what? Yeah, I know, guys. I know I'm playing with my luck here, but hey, It is what it is.
All right, so let's get a little bit of whiff. Because yeah, you can see, guys, right? There's a bottom there. There's more than just a round. There's a nice, beautiful bottom. It's like you don't.
Oh yeah, if you zoom in, there is a big W there. Beautiful W.
Yeah, exactly. Like the nice butt. There's some nice butt cheeks there.
There's some like, it could go higher, right?
It could go higher.
Yeah, it broke out.
So now the question is, where do you think the target will be?
Easy
Nice.
peasy, lemon squeezy.
Nice.
Okay, so we got to do it from this way because it's backwards.
By the way, guys, we are
man.
cooking.
I
I don't want to say too much. Meanwhile, you reverse the Fibonacci thingy. I don't want to say too much because it's going to be awesome, but me and Da Vinci are working on something epic, which you guys are going to love. So stay tuned on Mr. M Podcast.
Yeah, so wow, 2 billion market cap.
And where are we at now? 600? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mish.
Yeah. We get at least one double on that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. All right, I think we should.
Okay, let's do it. How heavy would you like to degen into this thing?
Full degen. Full.
Full one Solana?
2 Solana.
2 Solana, nice.
We're going to go full. Or maybe we should reserve one for if the prices pull back on us. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Let's
we can, yeah. Okay,
one.
nice. This could play out quite nicely.
So how did this thing play out for us so far? Do we?
Did we have some
Oh
of
yeah,
this? Did
we
buy
bought
out?
this nonsense. Let's see. Let's pray that thing
Before the
doesn't die.
cliffhanger?
Exactly. Before it was after the cliff we bought.
Okay, okay, after the cliff.
Yeah, exactly. So this thing still not moving, and let's see if we can find one degen play that we can like some real
Secure the
filthy.
bloodline.
Because remember, I mean, we got house, right?
Oh, they have Villa now. Have you seen it?
No.
They have Villa coin. Yeah. So, you know, you want a house, you want a villa.
No. Yeah. One
call
villa
one
equals
villa.
one villa, right?
100%. Hey, we're not saying where or how big it is. Could be like a toy or something.
Could be a virtual villa.
You can't see it, but
Yeah.
who cares? Still a villa.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that Popolo there? Was it number 3? Is it a koala in a cup?
Yeah, and the koala cupped you. That was look at it. It's down to 13K.
It's 2 koalas.
And you know what?
What?
This is too degen for us.
Yeah, no, that's there might be some meaning behind it, but
What?
this is the old man, the meme.
Oh my god, another rug.
Yeah, Cupcat. What happened to Cupcat?
I don't know.
They rugged?
I think so. It's so sad because I had so much
same.
belief in this one.
I was like ready to.
I was ready to secure my bloodlines with this one.
Oh no, wait. It's
What?
green.
Huh?
It's gone bananas.
No.
Oh, it's coming back from the dead. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
See? We both wanted this. So it's too.
Do you want to buy this again?
How much do we have?
So May 1 it took off from the lows, right? Remember May 2,
So maybe
30th?
maybe it doubled
Nah, I don't think we did. We
maybe
made
not
any money,
quite.
but let's just see.
because we got protection on this one, right?
Yeah, we did. Okay, that was when did we this transaction had take place? This was the first. We already got paid on the first one, right? And so we
Did you
need
say the date when it triggered?
no, but oh yeah, it does show the date. Let's just find it.
28.
The 28th. So let's see if we can add some more to this Cupcat and then throw some protection on it.
That sounds reasonable.
I know, just like what like I know it's like I know, guys, I know. Don't go there. I know what you're saying.
Stupid.
I know. Yes,
But we're gonna do it.
exactly.
I mean, there is a difference in between knowing and not knowing. Right?
Exactly.
You know the level of consciousness. I mean,
Exactly.
we know. So
We know. We know.
it's
You don't have to tell us.
It's so good.
You don't have to tell us.
How about no?
No, we're still gonna go yes.
Yeah, two of us. So that's that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
This is gonna do it. This is gonna sort out our bloodline.
For sure.
I mean, it's a cat with his
And a
head
cup.
into a cup. I mean,
Come on, man.
this has to do it.
It has to blow.
If this doesn't go, I don't know.
I don't know what else would.
Exactly. It's just, and we know.
Exactly.
It's not
And
that
we
don't
know.
know.
And we know it's not supposed to. But just in case it secures our bloodline, right?
They do it anyway.
We're gonna be stacked, jacked with this high quality meme.
Exactly. I mean, you only have the option to regret it.
I don't know if our level of high quality might be
It's been compromised.
exactly.
It's taken a couple of punches lately, but
But whatever.
yeah.
Let's see. 52. Yeah. One.
Nice. So we got whiff and we got a dog with a cat. Perfect.
I don't know. How much should we get out of this? Let's see here. 0.6.
Did we have 580,000 cat? So when this is gonna go to $1, that's 580,000.
Let's just take this. If we get to this point, we'll take that.
That'd be sweet.
We'll take that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
saying. Farcoin, man. If you would have asked me Farcoin versus dollars, I don't know if I would choose dollars. Probably choose. Probably take the farts.
Yeah, and then we leave the rest for bloodline security because that's $500,000, and I get the feeling. That we could secure the bloodline with this thing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
I mean, especially if
feeling
Bitcoin
it.
is gonna pop. If the Cat is gonna.
Yeah, because you know what? The cups and the cats, they go together.
It's extremely well. So this has to. It may be a little bit out of desperation, but this has to work.
Yes. Yes. I get the feeling. And you know what? They had some good stuff on their Twitter page, man. I loved it when the one section was like, the lady was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That was class. That was class. Yeah.
It's a cup and a cat. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's just simple.
Why do we have to explain?
Look, it's 300 people in there. It's super early. Higher. Perfect. This is amazing.
I don't know why we
One
like
cat
this.
plus a cup.
Exactly.
There you go.
Jesus, man.
That's it. That's it for the bloodline.
Exactly. I'm loving this.
I mean, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just there.
Sweet. We're retweeting this. Damn. Love the cup cat.
That's it.
Not that you should be buying this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we got it. So you guys are good. We have it.
Oh, damn. Wow.
No, let's see how it goes. I have faith on this. It's a solid project, but it's a solid choice.
Solid.
Solid.
Man, somebody needs to help us define redefine our means by solid, right? Because obviously we feel that solid is something that's soft because that's not exactly solid. That's very squishy, liquidy, fall through your hands kind of
Material.
material.
Yeah, maybe some planets. Soft Jupiter. I don't even know. Yeah, but that's a good point. Or maybe solid dropping solid. That could be a way to interpret.
Yeah, it's some sort of dropping some solid. Yes. Oh look,
What?
pepper pig.
Guys, if you know, we have no affiliation with these guys whatsoever.
I know, exactly.
But this is the coin that made us wanting to do the show.
Exactly. We should throw another few dollars at this thing.
Peppa Peep? This
We're
is
going in deep with Pepper P.
this is come back from the grave, punching.
What are you talking about? It's 10K market cap. What are you smoking?
It's back, man. It's showing a sign of it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Gee, we need to buy more of these, right? Getting more of these. Look, it could go higher.
It could go higher.
It's 10 million.
Bruh.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Well, we're doing this for the team, right?
Yeah, exactly. We got to take
This is
one
the
for the team.
mascot.
We got to take one for the team.
I did try to pay the speedboat with Pippa P, but they didn't take it last night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They will, but they
we
will.
promised them that this thing was going to go to the moon.
They will look back and say, man, I should have taken the Pippa P. It's a matter of time.
Damn.
Matter of time. That's it.
Damn. And if you guys are going to ask me if you should buy this,
Absolutely not, right?
How about no?
How about no? Can you show me the daily chart, please, and see how bad it is compared to? Because this thing has been. Ooh, like
it's not even there, man. It's not even registered as a move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but look at what happened the previous two times.
Yeah. It's not
It
gonna
could go
happen.
higher.
Go higher. It could go back to those weeks.
Stupid.
Imagine how much of a move that would be. Like 1,000%. It's gonna give us.
Well, you know what? At least waffles, right? Waffles. These are some
Punching back.
punching back, right? Real coins here. Same with Orc, right? Wow Mao. They're all coming back, right? Look at that. They were like in the dirt, pumping up now.
Beautiful place to accumulate.
Yeah, exactly. Same with PayPay, right? This is now, I think, a little bit of a season for these alts, these crypto, these meme coins. I think that we're going to see some meme coins pop.
I think so.
I think definitely. Now, should you be gambling on these things?
100% no.
Exactly.
Right?
But if you want to, it's up to you. It's up to you, right?
I agree, by the way. I think we see some of them pop, especially if Bitcoin breaks 100K or something. The people are going to rotate money into these. Some of them, not
Yeah,
all
exactly.
of them.
Yeah. So it is going to happen, right? Because they're going to make some profits somewhere else and then rotate it into meme coins, right? So there it is.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I would answer your questions, but one, we're out of time. Two, you didn't hit the likes.
Oh, we only have 74.
Yeah, we're only at 74. We didn't even get to 100. Right? You guys didn't come down. You didn't come down from your high horse on Twitter and hit the like button. No more questions for you. I don't think there's any real questions anyway. So it's just one.
We had a couple of good
ones.
ones, but
What do you mean good ones? What? Like what?
a couple of good ones on price on Bitcoin, on ETFs.
What's my wildest dream for Bitcoin? I mean, come on, man. Bitcoin, I don't care what the dollar price is. Right?
Price in dollars never
No.
matter much.
Exactly. So, yeah, we'll do it next time.
Yeah, we'll
You guys
do
are
it
gonna
one
have
day.
to wait. You're gonna have to wait till Monday. All right. So make sure you come for Monday. You hit the like. We want 120 likes. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what. And now you're trying to hit the like now. Little late. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Cheers.